How about the nifty Lions? At least the Rams are not Penn State. At least we're not Penn State, bro. It could be a lot worse, man. Okay. Come on. Tap it up. At least the Rams aren't Penn State, okay? And I told you, the other teams of LA will need to pick it up. And the UCLA Bruins did it. They beat Penn State. LA is not a one football team. The Rams have set the standard. The standard is the standard. Other people have to get up to our level. And I got donuts. And I'm going to be on donuts. And I'm going to be eating eggs. And I pulled a muscle in my calf taking off my boot. Ain't that some shit? It's more like I got a cramp in my calf. And I barely survived it without pulling a muscle. If I would have taken one step with that cramp, I would have pulled a muscle. You know, my foot got stuck in my boot halfway off. My heel was flexed. You get your foot like, oh, woo, 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 woo. I'm lucky I survived. So come on now, let's make my show. I'm putting eggs in my mouth. 80% speed run, okay? 3, 2, 1. That's right. The run. At least my team's not Penn State. That's right. I said the Rams can't carry the city. In the times when the Rams were down, the Trojans would carry the city, but now UCLA with one of the biggest wins that I've ever seen. Get hype. Get hype. Come on now. Tap it up. Hit that share. And drink and have a drink with me. Cheers to Penn State got bent over. Bend them over. It's Penn State. Bend them over. Fuck them. That's what they like. Fuck them. Talk shit about my football team. That's what they do. In Pennsylvania. I won't tolerate it. I won't tolerate it. Feels good when they lose. It feels good when they lose. Who wants to make fun of my team? What do you want? Why you watch? Why you watch my team? It's just so funny. You just To the UCLA Bruins. Cheers. Life sucks. 2 of my vape pens won't work. Okay? Only one of them's hitting. Which one is it? I'm going out for 2 new pens tomorrow. I got 1 working pen. I got white teeth. Baby, I brush every day. Look at me. I'm not R-Truth. R-Truth has yellow teeth, man. I don't got yellow eyes. If you get yellow eyes like R-Truth, that's when everybody knows you smoke crack. Cheers. I just went up and got my new pack. All right. Get both ready. How many likes does it? 3 likes? Okay, all right. I got a good hit. That's what I like. How can Penn State be so bad? My loser grandpa used to watch Penn State. He's not from Pennsylvania. I grew up with these people. They expected me to like their team. I'm living in Los Angeles. Fuck Penn State. Fuck them. Okay? Every day of the week. Hopefully tomorrow too they get fucked. You know, I'm not going to look at the games. I just want to be surprised as they happen. I forget the schedule. It's like, when you know you're going to watch WrestleMania, you don't have to look at the card. You already know. You don't really want to know who's wrestling. You're just going to make it through another Sunday, see who plays. Vikings in Cleveland in 3 hours. Okay, I'm probably going to be awake and watching that game. Then I'll be sleeping until Sunday Night Football. So, Vikings and Browns, two shit teams. But as long as they're not conflicting with what, it's good to separate them. Have them on the side like a piece of cake. Okay, there's no cherry on their cake. The cherry is in the Sunday Night Football. The Cowboys Giants, better game. But we're gonna watch a backup quarterback. So yeah, at least Dak is he's healthy, unlike Burrow. Look at the schedule. Mark Sanchez has been replaced by Brady Quinn for the Colts game. So the Raiders are in Indianapolis with a backup announcer. It's actually Giants and Jets. Is that Cowboys and Jets, not Cowboys and Giants? My bad. Probably the last Jet game anybody wants to watch all year. Sunday night, Buffalo at home versus the Patriots. They should have home field advantage. Patriots shouldn't be able to pull off anything. If the Patriots can split the series, they'll win one at home later in the year. Okay, Buffalo it'd be inexcusable to lose this game. Tampa Bay, Seattle. Both of those teams are in the wild card race with the Rams. The best case there is they tie. Could we see a tie game this week? I want to see a tie every week. And currently nobody wants to expose their feelings on the tie. They just think the NFL should eliminate them or something. Mind you, Penn State has 2 tie games in a bowl. Could you imagine playing a postseason game and having a tie? I don't hear Penn State complaining. Been 30 years since the last tie in college. With Wisconsin and Nebraska, did I already look at it? It was one of those teams. There's some shit games this week, but they all count for the standings. Monday night, Jacksonville will probably beat the Chiefs. Matthew Stafford, 389 yards versus the Rams, but they couldn't win because they decided to run after not running all day, like 12 rushes in the first half. Wrap up this episode tonight. 15 minutes, guys. You don't have anything for me? Should I be back at 4 in the morning for some NFL coverage? That's 6:30 in the morning, 5.5 hours. That doesn't line up with my peak energy. I'll be at low energy at 6:30. So, hey, at least my team is not Penn State. Okay. Penn State closing their 6 branches of their campus due to no students. You can't go to college to learn football. That's pathetic. Stan Gable, my dick just fell off. Oh no. Dory. It sounds like Finding Dicko. Dory's gonna swim. She's gonna find that dick. She's gonna find that dick when she's gonna find that. Lol. I saw that porno too. There in the 80s, it was a Swamp Thing. His dick fell off. That was like a porno from the 80s. I've seen that. Is there anything that I haven't seen? Have you seen the guy with 2 dicks? Double dong? Have you seen? What if you're double dong and only one of your dongs fell off? I mean, have to consider. You have a micro PP. Maybe you're double micro. Maybe there's two PPs and you don't look at it very often, so it could be three PPs. They're really small. Great jokes, guys. You want me to press the button? Okay. Back to normal. We're going to go with slow mode.
Star Galaxy, I am here, MKW. 9-Star Galaxy, we is here, UNC. Star Galaxy T. Star Galaxy rare footage of Unk without his black things. Star Galaxy Unk, it's crazy how it's been like a month since we met, said pensive face. Dreaming of life often feels like the soul remembering what it means to be human, to love, to struggle, to hope, but safely, behind the soft veil of sleep. Can Productions do a crack pipe review? Belcher 4K Ultra Wide 21. 9 big hits. Stan Gable, my dick just fell off. Ben's Moni, would you kiss a man again?
All right, good. We're back because turns my audio off. Using that button. That's my little break button. I deserve to press that button once an hour. Because the average radio host takes 10 minutes off an hour for station identification. YouTubers are forced to work without their break unless they need the bathroom. Or you drink or some shit. You always have to have an excuse. regular scheduled breaks. Guys. Let me move my chat because we made it through all of that. That was, at least my team's not Penn State, right? I'm going to go to bed saying at least Penn State is not in California. They don't even know it's a northeastern state, but they think they're western. Yeah, it's right next to Denver. They tried to move the border south, but Delaware locked them in. New Jersey said, go home. And Virginia Tech said, Virginia and Pennsylvania Virginia's bigger than it looks. I think about Virginia, I just think about strip mines and profits to U.S. Steel. Pittsburgh siphoning off the ore. Nothing honorable. Making bullets out of stuff from... Pittsburgh will make bullets with ore from Virginia. You can still use a 150-year-old bullet. People are worried about drugs. They find stockpiles of ammunitions in these communities. Nobody has more ammunition than the people who make it. They collect it because it's from their local community. It stays in their possession. This is made at the Allegheny Arsenal. Oh God, this is slave labor produced by children. That's all it is. Now they're covering up literal, institutionalized. I don't have to describe I can just say Jerry Sandusky deniers, Joe Paterno cocksuckers. Really, they're willing to suck a dick and not tell anybody about it to play for that football team. Yeah. Part of my French. I'm not in charge of recruitment. What do they say? Sandusky, 5 adopted kids, and his sons are saying. Even his sons testifying, his dad is guilty. Okay, they got Joe Paterno saying, "Yeah, I know all about that sexual harassment." Joe Paterno's burning in hell right now. That's right. With his Irish Catholic friends. Because apparently Penn State is really just a Catholic school. And the Catholics have bankrupted America with their court cases against $56 million paid out to 26 people, or is it? It's not even that much money, guys. It's not even, we're talking 56 million to it's like the price of a single quarterback for a single year. You don't know, evil was the world's greatest evil was defeated today. by the UCLA Bruins. The teddy bears of California. The Teddies got them. Teddies ate up those lions. Don't fuck with a teddy bear. And now it's officially nobody is here bothering me, and I get to the grit of my grind. I heard Penn State was putting cameras in all the girls' room so they could watch the consensual sex to make sure it was safe and there's no choking. You literally have that's crazy. It could have been the Onion. I cannot confirm or deny my sources, but man, I've been following my snitches from Pennsylvania ever since Franco said he didn't want to be around those people anymore. And they held Franco hostage and they forced Franco to play. And after the Immaculate Reception, they still got eliminated from the playoffs. You think they won a Super Bowl or shit? No, the Immaculate Reception, they beat Oakland and then they lost. Well, they lost the next week. They didn't win no Super Bowl. How would you like to remember the Steelers before, as the team with no bowls, or they secretly would rather wish they never won shit, probably, because they still worship that Immaculate Reception. That's like the Titans watching the Titans similar play, the Music City Miracle. They still got bounced by the Rams. Right, so how can you celebrate some dumbass play that didn't win a championship? Whereas the 49ers, Dwight Clark and the catch is the iconic moment in the franchise. That was filmed by a Cowboys reporter who should have never given the film to the 49ers. See, the Cowboys paid that cameraman to be on the field. And it's a mistake. You should never work for you should never, if you have the chance to record something good and it's not your team, you shouldn't record it. It's hard to find good video from Kosovo. I'm looking for. I've seen all the boring ass old football videos. 8mm. Jimmy Wang Yang. I sat through a Jimmy Wang Yang interview. This Jimmy Wang Yang was live on YouTube today, and he's a famous wrestler. Okay, he was apparently the night that Vince McMahon wrestled God is the night that Jimmy Wang Yang was hired to be a Chinese redneck. So Jimmy Wang Yang was just doing the Stone Cold gimmick because Stone Cold wasn't around. And maybe Jimmy Wang Yang was a better Stone Cold than Stone Cold could ever be. And you're lucky I have such great, tremendous wrestling knowledge and follow through to tell you. The Austin gimmick was just a rip-off of Stan Hansen. Same with Jimmy Wang Yang and the smoking guns. Oh, just put get some assless chaps. Who's wearing the assless chaps? You see, if Nobody's went just because nobody wore assless chaps on wrestling. They still have a pair ready for you, because you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they think of you. They got it. Anybody that can be on the show. They just need assless chaps ready for anybody. Now we don't carry. I mean, WCW doesn't carry assless chaps in the background in the locker room. There's almost, I don't think anybody. Maybe Sid would bring his own assless chaps, right? But Sid was privy to the WWE wardrobe. That's where he got them. People are using belts from the Civil War, man. The kind of belts we used in the Army 20 years ago are highly disposable. Okay, belts just get fucked up quick, especially if they're really tight. Maybe they have teeth. Corrugated teeth is how our belt's locked up. That just chews into the damn fabric. That's a very shit. The U.S. Army belt is probably the worst piece of the equipment. I'm just gonna Google the U.S. Army belt sucks. Most importantly, the belt buckle, right? Ask AI, why does the U.S. Army belt buckle suck? It's hard. You use a Walmart. You can use a. The fabric just falls apart. I would describe the Army as you need a fast release buckle. You can't just tie a rope. I want to wrap up this episode, so if you like this and you want me to make more episodes, tap it up and like it up. Oh, give it a share if you want. And I'll see you next episode. Because I like making episodes. Jesus!